Federal agents appeared in several Hispanic grocery stores in Metro Atlanta, and the IRS and ICE were both involved.
11 Live's Elwin Lopez is live in Norcross, one of the locations searched by agents today. And Elwin, you have some new information from ICE.
Yeah, and this is just one of the 6 Supermercado Jalisco locations that were searched here in Atlanta. Now, I can tell you that ICE tells me that Homeland Security investigations were here supporting the IRS Criminal Investigation Unit during a multi-site search warrant. ICE tells me 3 people were arrested, 1 Mexican and 2 Guatemalans, but not here at this location, at one in Duluth and Norcross. Now, ICE says that they had been removed from the U.S. before, but re-entered the United States illegally. Now, I want to read you a statement from the CEO of Supermercado Jalisco. He says these search warrants failed to indicate exactly the reason for the search warrant, nor were the officers on location forthcoming as to the reasons for the search warrant, and added that, quote, as a prominent employer in the Atlanta area and as a major contributor to our local Hispanic communities, Supermercado Jalisco is disappointed in the heavy-handed tactics of the federal government, and he added that they maintain the strictest standards on compliance and completion of necessary paperwork required by the federal government. Now, the CEO says that these grocery stores will be back in business tomorrow, and that's what it says here. It says, hoy estaremos cerrados, today will be closed, pero mañana horario, tomorrow normal 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. hours here at this location. Now, I did ask the IRS why they did a search here, and they have not responded to me as of yet.
Elwin, thank you.